Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a mid-April message for all of the Leos out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Leo out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Leo, let's go ahead and dive into your mid-April message. So Leo, we are starting out with poised. This is a great place to be here, Leo. Next, we have winter solstice with reflection. That does not surprise me with poised. And then we have refreshing oasis. Nurture yourself and gather your strength. Okay, Leo, this is going to be awfully difficult for you because you are one of the most feistiest fire signs out there. So with poised, this truly means being completely excited about a new beginning. I really feel that there's a lot of new experiences that are going to be coming into your life, new things that you are going to be embarking upon that are ultimately going to make you so excited that you are achieving great success. The thing with poised, it's about having this great sense of exhilaration about something new coming into your life. Now, at the heart of your reading here, you have reflection. So here's what I find quite interesting. Because you are in this, you have all of this energy and excitement and exhilaration going on within you because there are new things coming and you can sense it and you can feel it and you're just wanting to get started right away. You're being put in a pause state here with reflection. Reflection is really about taking a pause, taking a step back, and allowing yourself to truly reflect on what you've learned, what you've accomplished up until now. The reason for this here, Leo, is because you need this time to be able to reflect on what didn't work well, what you still need to learn or acquire in order to put this into action in your new beginning here. And really ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my time? Is this how I want to spend my energy? It's almost as if you're taking a moment to really reflect on, did I get everything that I wanted with all of the amount of energy that I've put into what I've done? Or is there still more that I need to put into it in order to have the things that I desire or the things that I want? When we often get put into a pause moment, we get put into a pause moment because we ultimately need to put in a lot of self-care. There's a lot of self-nurturing that needs to go on. And you have this with Refreshing Oasis. It's almost like they're wanting you to take a break from all of the hard work that you have accomplished. And you're going to need this break before you actually start putting the pedal to the metal and start really working towards this new beginning that is sort of coming into your life. This might be a little bit difficult for you because what happens in winter, right? You're a fire sign, so you get very passionate about the new things, the new ideas, the new inspirations that sort of come into your mind here, Leo. And what happens is that you ultimately want to start charging forward and start working towards it. But the thing is that we cannot plant seeds in the winter. The winter is when everything goes into hibernation and it gathers all of its strength and all of its resources in that pause phase, in that hibernation phase. So that way, when the spring arrives, everything can begin to grow. And so this is what you're needing to learn. You're needing to learn how to be okay in a pause and know what that pause kind of feels like. So let's go ahead and dive right into your tarot cards here, Leo. So right off the bat, we are starting off with the Six of Swords. Yes. So you are moving towards something new, something that you've never done before, something that is going to, it's almost like everything that you have worked on up until this point is being stripped away because it's no longer giving you the joy or the satisfaction that you ultimately have been wanting. But it's important for you to sort of acknowledge all of those accomplishments, acknowledge whether they're big or they're small, no matter how insignificant you think they are, you must acknowledge what all you've accomplished, because by doing that, you recognize how independent you are, how resourceful you are, how successful you have been. Because now you're moving towards something brand new that is going to be more fulfilling and is going to put you more in a spotlight here with the Six of Wands. And I feel this is important here, Leo, because you love being in the limelight. You love being front and center. You love showing off. But the thing is that I feel that you like the attention more from your outer resources than you do on yourself. So it's almost like you need to learn how to self-appreciate, have that sense of honest when it comes to the things that you've completed, the things that you've accomplished. It isn't about getting an applause from other people. It's about you giving you your own applause, you being in control and recognizing that, you know what, I did a great job, giving yourself a pat on the back, sort of to say. I feel this is what you're needing to learn here. And I don't know if you're actually going to be happy with this, Leo, but I feel this is what you're needing to learn. We now have the Ace of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so again, I feel that the reason why this reflection period has come up in your life is because you're needing to recognize who you are. The Ace of Wands is this fire-like energy where new ideas and new inspirations come in that you are going to have to be very practical about. You're going to have to pick and choose which one you're going to want to work on, because you can't work on all of them, right? You can't sit here and put energy into all of these different buckets and expect great results when you're not really putting forth the right amount of energy into the things that you're wanting to build, create, or manifest, okay? The idea here is that when you can acknowledge even the smallest thing that you have accomplished, when you can give yourself praise for how amazing you've been, how successful you've been, all of the things that you've accomplished, when these new ideas come up, you'll be able to give each one of those ideas their own undivided attention in a way that it will be able to be fully grounded, and you'll be able to give it the amount of energy that it needs, the amount of work and detail that it needs. I think this is really about you finding a way to be really balanced. And I feel that whenever you get, it's almost like when the full steam ahead and you're really focusing on all of these little ideas or inspirations that you want to work on, you put so much energy into all of these various buckets that nothing really takes root. And maybe that's the reason why you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. And this is why I feel that Spirit's really putting you on a pause. It's making you reflect. What are the things that you constantly do that ultimately leave you feeling dissatisfied, where you're not getting the applause from outside sources, but you're not really applauding yourself either. So it's almost like you have to see yourself in the way that you want others to see you, because it's really about how you see yourself. Never mind how other people see you or what other people think of you. It's about how you see yourself and how you see, the things that you've done and the things that you've accomplished. You have to find the roots to those things. Lastly, we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is about finding balance and ultimately making a choice, because I feel like there's so many things that you're wanting to work on, Leo, that sometimes all of that energy gets misguided and it doesn't even get used. It sort of gets depleted, and you're putting energy into things that really aren't being rooted in a way that would ultimately give you what you're wanting. So again, I feel that with this reflection period, write down all of the ideas and all of the inspirations that sort of come up to you, and really ask yourself, okay, is this something that I really want to work on. You know, if you sit down and you have all of these ideas of all these things that you're wanting to create and you label them, you actually number them, which one takes the greatest priority, which one's going to give you the most sense of accomplishment or the most sense of I'm successful, right? I feel worthy enough to be honored by completing this. When you do that, I feel that your energy will be more focused and you'll be able to accomplish the things that you're wanting to accomplish. Because I feel right now everything is just so scattered. And this is why you're being put on pause, because I feel like you're needing to really set very clear intentions. Okay, so we now have the High Priestess with the Six of Swords. Okay, so what this means is that you're needing to listen to your intuition. I feel that you ultimately know, it's almost like you want to work on everything. You want to do everything. You want to really see everything through, but the reality is that you can't. So you have to prioritize, really prioritize what's important to you, what you're going to work on first, and really focus on that and be very honest with yourself. I'm going to say here that with this Knight of Swords, if you're not being truthful, so swords really truly represent our thoughts, and it represents the voices that we often hear in our mind, like those internal self-sabotaging voices, right? So if you're not honoring your own accomplishments or your own achievements, then you ultimately get all of this stress, right? Because you feel like you're not successful. You feel like you're a loser. You feel like you haven't accomplished anything, right? So those voices in your head are ultimately sabotaging you. They're preventing you from seeing the truth. And what do we all want? We all want the truth. We want to be told the truth. We want to understand the truth, because that's what's going to help us make better choices. It's going to help us really be able to identify, what we truly want and what we truly desire. So when it comes to you and your accomplishments here, Leo, you need to be very clear about where your energy is going to go and what you're going to work on. So now we have the Strength card with the Six of Wands. So again, this is about being courageous enough to honor yourself, to really see yourself as someone who is successful, who has accomplished. The one thing that most people don't realize with the Strength card here, Leo, is that, and the Six of Wands together, this is really about your sense of self-worth. Do you believe that you are worthy enough to have the success that you are desiring? If you don't believe that you are worthy to have that success, then every action that you take will ultimately lead you towards witnessing that, experiencing that unworthiness. And no matter what you do, it will always feel like it's never enough. So making sure that you believe in your own worthiness is important here, Leo. I mean, you have the Strength card, and the Strength card really truly represents you, Leo. So it's important that you understand how strong you are, how brave you are, how courageous you really are. Next, we have the Magician. Okay, so understand that this is all about you taking charge and taking action towards the things that you are wanting to create and that you are wanting to manifest. You're the only one that can make things happen in your life. And it's really based off of the actions that you take. So if you're not going to take the appropriate action, or you're not putting forth enough energy into those things, then you're going to get exactly what you've put into it. Understand the energy that you give is the energy that you receive. That is in everything. That is in relationships. That is in the things that you work on, the things that you want to create. The energy that you give is the energy that you receive. Now we have the Star card, and we are ending with the Six of Wands again. Okay, so I'm really going to be very bold here, Leo, and I'm going to tell you that I feel that your biggest concern this mid-month is really your sense of worthiness. You have all of the cards that I would normally see in someone who is made for success. You literally can accomplish everything that you want to accomplish. But I feel that where you are falling behind or where you are struggling is in your sense of your worthiness. Maybe you don't have enough self-esteem to believe that you have the capacity or the capability to be successful. And this is something that you're needing to sort of shine a light on, and you're really needing to heal. Whether this is some inner child wounding that you have, or if this is like some belief that was sort of passed on to you when you were younger, whatever it might be here, Leo, this is something that you're ultimately needing to address. You are going to be successful. I clearly see that for you here. I mean, you have 3 6s, and 3 6s in a spread automatically means clear success, and having so much available to you, but it's ultimately a matter of the choices that you make. The 6 of Wands leads you on your destined path. And it's really about how you feel about your success, how you feel about the things that you've accomplished. So, Leo, this is your message this mid-month. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.